My hockey career started back in Red Deer, Alberta, Canada. A little town about 55,000 people. I was drafted in 1987 by the Boston Bruins. I was then traded by the Boston Bruins. Went to the Hartford Whalers, spent 3 years there, capping it out, my 18th year winning the Stanley Cup. That's a dream come true. I kept my family together through the grace of God, and really through that, you know, my wife was really behind the scenes. She's the pillar. You know, she's an amazing person who is, you know, will hopefully be rewarded, you know, one day for the effort and the work that she has, you know, put in to not only our kids' life and not only spiritually, but also for what, you know, she has done for me and my walk and leading me to Christ also. You know, the game of hockey has given me a great opportunity not only to be able to share what gift I had on the ice, but also the gift of what I've had off the ice, of having that you know, eternal relationship with Christ. For me, the biggest influence in Christ being and having a presence in my career, I would probably have to go back to Hartford when I was there, because that's where I actually accepted Christ. It was just one Sunday afternoon. I'll never forget this. All the chairs were usually facing the front of the church, and he decided one morning to put it all in a circle. And he asked anybody who wanted to receive Christ that morning in Hartford on that day, and I wanted to surrender and give my life to Christ. I can look back now and say that for me, when I accepted Christ in my spiritual walk, I wasn't you know, fully committed. I wasn't fully there. When I did accept Christ, I was taking all tiny steps, and I had a great influence of guys. I had Kevin Haller, Adam Burt, and Stu Grimson. So we were actually we giggled to each other and called ourselves the God Squad. And then slowly, one by one, they got traded. And I had these doubts in my head, like, God, why are you doing this to me? And I look back at it now, and it was shortly after all that had happened, is, you know, God's starting to wean me off of that spiritual milk, and He's starting to put me out of my comfort zone. And He was, I think, challenging me to take me to that next step of being able to step out into the public and in the public eye, of not being afraid to see what's inside of me and what I'm all about, and challenging me in my faith and in my walk of growing in my relationship with Christ. To be able to say for me, you know, why would you take that next step, you know, for the game of hockey, and to be able to open it up spiritually, you know, to have that relationship with Christ. You know, for me, that's a simple question, and it's having that eternal security. But it also gives us an opportunity to be able to have that eternal relationship with Christ, and to be able to share what God has given to us in our lives. He's given us the talents, He's given us opportunities, He's given us platforms to be able to share what He's done in our lives. And you can look at the testimonies of the athletes in professional sports, all different kinds of sports, even the game of hockey. You look back and they can share it, and they can show, you know, that God is real, that God can change lives. You know, here I am, my career is over, and being able to share and invest, you know, my time and what God has given me to be able to share with young adults and young kids to be able to know that, you know, there's more to life than just hockey. There's that whole other side of that spiritual relationship with Christ.